こんにちは、ヴォンです。日本の離れたから3年も経ちました。来年日本に戻る予定なので、日本語をもう一度始めたいと思っています。もう一度話し始めたいと思っています。以前は日本語が話せましたが、最近スキルは落ちてしまいました。まだ高いレベルで日本語は理解できますし、字幕なしで映像を見ることもできますが、話す能力は、まあまあです。ここで、I'm in America right now, Texas, to be specific. 日本人は多くないから、日本語の練習はあまりできない。ちなみに、カジュアルな日本語は理解できますが、話すことはない。普段は丁寧な日本語が話します。最近は、カジュアルな日本語を勉強していますが、間違って混ぜてしまうのです。少し奇妙に聞こえる。このチャンネルに関しては、主に趣味に関する動画をアップしていく予定です。一番の趣味はギターとピアノを演奏すること。それとは別に格闘技の練習も好き。主に柔道と柔術。日本でI don't know why I'm pointing that way. I don't know which way Japan is, but 日本では3年数年間ムエタイキックボクシングをやっていましたが、最近はグラップリングの方が好き。それに、How do I say it? 相手を投げるのは単純に楽しい。練習場だけ。Not on the streets, just only on the mats. じゃあ、また、カリステニクス、アクロバッツを、How do you say acrobats? I know 体操アクロバッツ、逆立ちなども好き。And human flags. I don't know how to say that in Japanese. I'll put a picture of me doing it maybe. 自己啓発についてもお話ししますが、役に立つ話題だけを取り上げる。主に自分の成長に貢献したものについて話します。したがって、おそらくそれらはあなたが自分の目標を達成するのに役立つでしょう。これらの日々、ソフトウェアビジネスを経営しているため、YouTube に頻繁に出演するかどうかは分かりません。ほとんどの時間、ビジネス、趣味、その他のことを費やしています。それでも、時間をつけて、時々アップしていきたいと思います。普段は、自分のことを内に秘めているのですが、もう少しオープンになることを学んでいます。さらに、友達はコンテンツをアップするべきだとよく言います。So here I am doing this. Yeah, I'll talk more in English later, but とにかく聞いてくれてありがとう。日本語を話すとロボットっぽくなってしまうのは分かっていますが、How do I say? 改善に向けて取り組んでいます。じゃあ、アドバイスがございましたら、コメント欄でお知らせください。他にご意見、ご質問ございましたら結構です。日本語でそれだけ。時間が ある時にコメントを読んで返事させていただきます。ここから英語で話します。Alright, so that's about it as far as this channel goes. I also left out, I just remembered, I like to read a lot about psychology and philosophy. It's a big part of what made me how I am today. So I will definitely talk about that a little more in detail. But just be aware that my software thing is my priority right now. However, I'm planning to grow YouTube into something more, if that's the case. Otherwise, I'll just go with the flow. But I do want to attack the idea of generalism. I don't think it's talked about enough. And I don't think that people know you can be good at a lot of things. It just takes a certain approach. I believe that people often assume generalism means you're bad at a lot of things, but that's not the case. I don't know the quote. I think it's the jack of all trades, master of none, but the rest of that is oftentimes better than the master of one. In my own life, I feel that I've had a lot of satisfaction doing a lot of different things. Speaking 3 languages, combat sports, music, art, reading, a few other things. I'll get into it later on this channel, but it's really brought me a lot of satisfaction. And I meet people in my daily life all the time who tell me they want to do multiple things, but they don't know how to approach it. So that's probably an area I'll get into. The biggest reason I'm here though is because a lot of my friends do tell me I need to make content. Especially people who know that I speak Japanese. I don't really tell anyone because I learned that coming back to America, a lot of people like anime way more than I thought. Living in Japan, it was like everybody watched it because it's just regular TV. But I did not know that coming back here, it was so popular. And when people find out that I speak Japanese, a lot of other questions come in. So to answer one of those, I started learning intently. And if you can hear something, my stomach is growling. I'm really hungry right now. But I started learning intently when I was about 26. So that's about 5 years ago. That's when I took the stronger approach to it. Before that, I kind of just knew enough to get by in Japan and maybe hang out with Japanese people. I mostly hung out with my American friends though, who are still over there. One big tip I will give, and also if I'm pausing a lot, I might jump cut it for the English part. My brain has to switch back to English from from Japanese, and it's backwards. So it kind of takes some time to process as far as switching languages, but that's probably a skill I can work on later. The number one skill that you should implement in anything, but really language learning, is you need to go directly for your goal and your goal. And I'll give some examples. So in Japanese, my goal while I was over there was to interact with everyone as much as I wanted and have meaningful conversations. So I wasn't worried too much about reading and writing and grammar and other things like that. I really just wanted to interact with people, have them understand what I say. Mostly, even if it's a struggle sentence, I wanted them to understand what I say, and I wanted to understand what they said. I also wanted to watch media without the jimaku, or the, wow, I forgot how to say it in English. How do I say it? Hold on. Subtitles, yeah. To watch stuff without subtitles, because a lot of the times there were no English subtitles there. And that was a goal of mine as well. What I mean by that is I went out and practiced a lot speaking. That's why I can actually speak it enough. As far as listening, the same thing. I put in a lot of work with my listening skills, and it really turned out that I didn't need a lot of the other things. I didn't need grammar. I didn't need to write. I didn't need to read. I just needed to practice what I wanted to be good at. And so if you want to be good at that, that's what you need to be doing. If your goal is only to watch anime without subtitles, then maybe your main approach should just be listening, and you go from there, right? And you can work on the rest later. The main reason I like this approach is because it builds confidence quickly. And I believe that's what gets you to any goal. I'll get more about this later when I talk about generalism, but you need to build the confidence fast. If you don't, there's a high chance that you'll quit. You can apply this to learning guitar, learning piano, going to the gym, learning a sport. If you want to get good at doing it and build that confidence, you have to go there first. And then you can take that confidence and you can spread it out over the things that don't really matter as much to you. Anyways, if you have any questions, comments, advice, I'm probably going to get comments about or questions about Japanese. You can ask as many of those as you want. I'll give you an honest answer. But just understand, business right now is my priority. So that's going to be the focus until I get a lot more time to put into YouTube. But I've made a point now that I'm uploading this and that my friends constantly harass me. Anytime I don't do or don't spend doing my usual routine, I'm going to put into YouTube because it could turn into something that is quite useful for me. So until then, stay safe, drink water, and what's the YouTube stuff I'm supposed to say? Like, subscribe, share. I don't know. And hit the bell. Make sure you really hit the bell because I don't know when I'm going to upload. If you don't do all that, I'm going to come to your house and hit you with this kick in particular. See you in the next one. Peace.